All right. Happy Tuesday, September 23rd, Power Solar family. Uh, I am joined every week with my co-host, Mr. Tom Cotter, for our Tuesday team training. If you're watching this recording, like the video, comment, subscribe. And Tom, how are you doing, sir? Where are you calling from?
I'm from Antwerp, Belgium again this week, but doing good. It's 7:05 p.m. here in Belgium. Nice day. Took the dogs out on a nice walk for a couple miles today, and I need to do that again after this meeting.
Very cool.
Everybody walks and bikes here. It's like you look outside and there's like hundreds of bikes and scooters and
Yeah.
you know,
Europe knows what they're doing. They
yeah.
they've got some benefits over the States, I think. So,
Yeah, I walked to the grocery store couple hours ago and it was super busy. Everyone was walking in, picking up stuff for dinner.
nice.
Yeah.
I'll be flying to Japan in 2 weeks, so hopefully I'll get lots of walking in as well. Well, let's get rocking and rolling. We have a great training lined up for you guys and gals today. But as always, we like to share some success stories. And I'd actually like to share a story real quickly before we get to the success story. So feel free to raise your hand, type in the chat. I know we have one or two lined up as well. But as you guys are thinking about your success story, I just want to share one real quickly. I've been getting a lot of referrals, a couple referrals every week recently. It's summertime, the tax credit, it's in the news. I text blasted all of my ambassadors, 360 of them, letting them know that now is the time to earn $1,000 checks. Now, there's a gentleman I used to work with in real estate named Rick. I've been trying to get him to get solar on his house in Upland for years. And he didn't do much. Years ago, he was a setter and he didn't really do much. Recently, he wanted to get solar. So we signed him up as a setter. And he got a PPA with partial roof work included at a bargain. We each made like $1,400 commission. He was so excited, he posted pictures on his Facebook, like I told him to. He posted in community Facebook groups, like I told him to. And then even yesterday, you could see right here, he posted a picture of his solar system, blasting the AC and explaining his story about why he waited so long and how he's happy that he got solar. He knows that he's going to make income if he gets me some referrals. So he sent me two referrals I sat with. One signed yesterday and one is signing today. And this is just from one gentleman that I've kept in contact with, that I leveraged the setter program and I educated him what to do. And now I have his sale and two more sales just just from this. And also realtors in Diamond Bar, I just helped their clients go with me and a better deal from Sunrun. In 45 days, we had installation. They were so impressed that now they are looking into solar on their rental property in Fontana where their family lives. So there's a lot of success and referrals out there right now. And these are just some of the things that I do every single day to maintain success after 11 years in this industry. All right. With that said, I know that Barry recently had a sale, so maybe give us a quick story on your success, Barry.
Yeah, that sale was for a 12.9 kilowatt system, 30 Jinko panels, couple of Powerwall 3s. I got that actually from a gentleman that I've known for over 30 years. We both were actually charter members of Le Tip of Orange in my former life when I was actually practicing law. And we still keep in touch. He also was a member of the same Rotary group that I was in during that time period. And then a lady that happened to formerly live where he lived in the same community, they stayed in touch. He found out that she was looking into going solar and made the referral, and here we go. So
Nice.
it's been a very good referral. That particular one, the lady's wants to get that tax credit, so she's been very responsive. No problem getting a hold of her. Because I warn people now, don't ghost me for 2 weeks. This is not the time to do that, right? So she's very good with that. So I'm very pleased. And of course, yeah, my biggest success story is my wife only has one more day of the IV at home, and we see the doctor later that afternoon. Hopefully, everything is going to be looking good to go.
Nice. Well, congrats, Barry. The hard work paid off, and glad the wife is feeling better as well. So good
Thank
job.
you.
Make sure that that homeowner signs up for your ambassador program. Send them your link and say, you got to sign up for the ambassador program.
Oh yeah, I expect to get some referrals from her.
All right, nice work. Do we have any other success stories, quick shares from anybody who's had some wins in the last week or two? Going once?
Since today's social media day, I'll just say that sometimes even though it's not sales, just posting consistently, it always yields referrals. So I just got one this morning that messaged me. They just bought a house and they're ready, and there's someone that's been watching me for years. So you just never know. Keep posting. So that's my
Love it.
win.
Love it. Love it. Thank you, Cynthia. All right, let's keep moving here. We're going to go ahead and go to Tom's perspective of the day.
Since we're talking about social media, I want to show a Gary V video. It's only like 38 seconds long, but listen to what he says about views on your social media.
You don't have to have any followers to have a post go viral. So the social media that I grew up on, you had to amass followers for anyone to see your stuff. What's happened in the last 12 months is the game is completely flipped. Now, even if you have no followers, your first post can get 10,000 views. If it's good, all you give a shit about something. And if you make content about that on social media, that's free. That can be the gateway to a whole new world for you. But you just can't talk about it. You gotta start being about it.
So my top post, I've been posting memes for the last day or so. And meme I posted about 24 hours ago has 37,000 views. The next one has 23,000, 21,000, 20,000, 18,000, 18,000. So I've been really focused. I'm going to talk about this in a little bit, but just getting attention onto Facebook about stuff that doesn't matter. It's not stuff about solar. It's not even anything I really care about. It's just meme pictures. But the assumption that I'm making is that once I get to around 1 million views, is that Facebook is going to start showing some of my more important posts or posts that I care about to a broader audience as well. So don't just, the thing that I've learned over the last couple weeks about views is that you need to know how to generate attention online, because attention, views, equals more business, more conversations, more people looking at your stuff. So if social media is a strategy that you want to use, that's what we're talking about today, then views definitely matter, because that's attention to your, not just your content, but to you and to your work as well. Jonathan?
Nice. And it's pretty much free. So that's what we're talking about today.
Yeah.
All right, future trainings. Happy National Clean Energy Week. Check out Power Calendar for more meetings and trainings, especially if you're new here, the Setter Surge trainings. And then, of course, we have the Aurora TPO workshop. hopefully Power Vision and Good Leap is in your area, but in case you need Aurora and TPO workshop, please attend this Thursday, 11 Pacific. And a big call to action here, register for October 10th and 11th. I will be zooming in or sending a recording because unfortunately I can't be there in person, but I am jealous. Like Julian, John Wilson, if you're going to in person, if you were invited, put it in the chat, put a 1 in the chat if you're going in person. And if you're watching virtually like me, put a 2 in the chat. But man, they've got like a VIP day. They're going to be on a yacht and a nice dinner. I'm pretty jealous if you got invited in person based on your performance and your leadership. So register for that. Take 2 days out of your time. There's going to be a TPO workshop. There's going to be trainers, recognition. Jonathan is going to be announcing some new things, y'all. Some new things that we definitely want to listen to. So I'm excited about that. And then one more item here. Please vote for Power Life Awards. Take a moment, click the link in the chat. Powered Life Awards are special awards given at our annual Power World Conference. And you can nominate someone that you think best represents impact, inspiration, culture, coach, trailblazer, or the highest award, Andrea Budd Legacy Award. So if you can, please nominate someone and give your reason why you nominate them.
I'll just say real quick, when I received the Andrea Budd Award and went to Paris, that was what kind of ignited an interest in travel hacking, traveling on points, because I wanted to be able to extend that trip a few weeks. So at Virtual Power World, I'm going to be talking about how I'm staying in Europe right now for virtually no cost, and how I flew over here on lay flat business class for $160.
Wow.
So I'll be talking about location freedom and doing that on the cheap at Power World. And Melissa Dawson is going to be talking about AI as well. That was what I
Very
was
cool.
originally going to be talking about.
Very cool. Help me get to Hawaii in November, first class. Okay.
Hey, you can fly Southwest, but just sit in the front. And then you just call it first class.
Sounds good to me. All right. So real quick, the newsletter, as we received yesterday, Jonathan Budd has a motivational call to action for you. And we have 7-8 days left to sign deals up before the ITC starts to go away and the virtual convention. The Good Leap domestic content program, the pricing is insane in California, Hawaii, and Texas. I'm telling you, the pricing that we have is just amazing, insane. So many people are saying that our pricing and our proposals and our commissions is just the best of the best. So take full advantage of that. Especially Texas, the projects are looking great. Also, there's some new flyers to share. So I'm going to put one in the chat. If you saw this flyer, it's a great flyer. It's right here. The ITC tax credit is ending. So the link and the flyer are in the chat now. And that will be our social media shareable of the day. So make sure to take advantage of that awesome looking flyer. And it also spells out that the deposit, if they do cash, can be refunded if the install is not done by December 31st. So we have a Power official document that dictates that, which is helpful. Also, 1 week left in the Summer of Champions. So the top 20 people get to go to a Mexico work hard, play hard trip, and thousands, tens of thousands of dollars are being given away. So some quick recognition here. Byron in first, Julian Todd in second, Mitchell Mathney, Brian Rohn. Man, Brian, well done being fourth place here. Benita, well done being fifth place.
Thank
Tyler
you.
Mitchell, yeah, nice work, Brian. Um, Carlos, Justin, Eric Goldstein, Drew Sugarman, Jordan Shaw on the call, Craig Bloom, Joel. And if you're letting Bobby Smith beat you, I don't know, you got to look hard in the mirror, guys and gals, because if Bobby Smith is beating you, man, that's embarrassing. So don't let Bobby Smith beat you in sales. My goodness. Mohammed, Rick, Owen Carey, Cynthia, shout out to you all for being in the top 20, 25 positions there. And a few other updates there in the newsletter. Okay, so we are speaking about social media today. So, of course, the social media shareable of the week is very important. I'm going to give a little, how do I say this? I want to give you guys a challenge to take out your phone, hit your video, and go ahead and record this training. It's going to go on your story, okay? So this is just things that I do, right? When I'm in meetings and trainings, I record. So I'm going to share the next social media of today and next week, and if you want to record this, I encourage you to record it and post it on your story. So the social media shareable of the day this week is the flyer that Power provided us. It talks about the tax credit ending. The installation must be done this year to receive the 30% tax credit, and it gives the peace of mind by signing up by September 30th. We have just a week left to help homeowners go solar and have a good chance at getting installed for the 30% tax credit. Also, the script you should use, final call last week to lock in your credit. Other promos ending soon. Act now to secure your savings. So that is in the chat for you. And then I'm going to go ahead and tease this one. Next week, I'm going to focus on the social media shareable of the day. Look at our Google reviews. 442 reviews on Google, positive reviews for a top 10 nationwide solar company. I'm going to put this image in the chat, and there is a script you can use as well when you do this post. Go solar with the best. Don't settle for anything other than a top 10 nationwide, B certified company, Inc. 5,000 4 years in a row, helping 40,000 homeowners go solar. So that will be the social media shareable for next week. So put this story on your social media. Tell people that we have great trainings, good company, education, and of course, share these two social media shareables. And that's what we're talking about today. Okay, so today's training is on social media. Tom and I have some new tricks and some old recommendations for you. And of course, if you have any tips and tricks, please share them in the chat and we'll open it up for live discussion here in just a little bit. But social media is your digital business card. People Google you, people follow you, you can follow your clients, you can add people, getting to 5,000 friends, differentiate yourself with your social media presence. It will help you with lead gen, referral partners, ambassadors, and even team building, which has led to a lot of my success. So Tom and I have implemented a few of these strategies, as well as many of you have also. But maybe this will be a good refresher, because sometimes we can get lazy on these items and we just need that refresher. Sometimes we need some new tools to look at to freshen up our social media. All right, so I want to get into a few basics. What I use is LinkedIn. I have a personal Facebook page. I do have a business Facebook page called Solar SoCal. I have a personal Instagram. I don't really recommend doing a business Instagram. It's not really needed. I do use TikTok, YouTube, and I do want to show you guys what Linktree is all about. So if you don't have a free Linktree account, I highly recommend you getting a Linktree. Tom, do you use any other social media platforms, or do you have 2 or 3 that you use the most?
You know, I've always been strong in Facebook and LinkedIn. Probably 10 months ago, I lost my Facebook page and my Instagram page, and so I've been rebuilding those. But real quick, would you go to my Facebook page? I'll post the link in the chat. So over the last couple days, I went in, and this is true on any of these social platforms. So one of the most important things you can do is to have a good banner. And I'll talk a little bit more about this later, but if you don't know what to do with your banner, you can take this format that I've got right here. You see there's space on the left-hand side of the banner. That's because an iPhone and an Android cut off at different points over there. And if you've got text in that area, it'll get cut off. The same is true on the right-hand side too. And the same is true where that kind of lens flare is in the, you know, the left center of the page. When you're on a mobile device, your profile picture shows in that area. But you need to have a strong billboard. You can imagine if a business had a billboard, you were driving down the highway, and it was just like a business card, and it had their name on it. Or if it was just like a Windows background, you know, a nice wallpaper. This is real estate that you should use, and it needs, your face needs to be on it. You need to be looking at the camera, no hat on, smiling. They need to see your eyes. And then you need a little bit different picture for your profile picture than the one that is on your banner. But I just want you to think about a social media profile makeover. And if someone goes to your LinkedIn page, your Facebook page, do they know exactly what you do? And do you have a clear message for what you do? Because you can't do everything, right? So you'll see that this is not about a message for homeowners. This is team building. This is recruiting. And it's specifically about people who want to work from anywhere in the world and want to
Nice.
have location freedom, whether it's a scalable career or a side gig. So I just wanted to mention that, you know, think about your banner on your pages and what that communicates to people who go to your page.
Yeah, I love that. If someone visits your social media, they should know without a shadow of a doubt that you are in solar, and that's a great idea there on the headline. And I think,
You can do all of that in Canva, and you can, you know, Jonathan put this banner in the chat. You can take this, you can put it into Canva, and you can use it as a template for just where to put your text, where to put your headshot, and you know, you can use Chat GPT. So you know, over the weekend, I had maybe 30 different iterations of my banner because I would put something in there, and then I would upload it to Chat GPT and say, how can I make this clearer for a recruiting message for my business? And almost everything that's on this image, Chat GPT told me to put in there.
wow, pretty easy between Canva and ChatGPT and get a picture of yourself. I mean, that's an easy homework assignment. You know, people procrastinate on, but it literally can take 20 minutes to do everything Tom just said. So that looks fantastic, Tom.
And then I took that same picture and I put it into Google Gemini, and I said, put me in a black t-shirt and take my glasses off.
Yeah, you can do so much these days. I think it's also important to know your audience. If you're Tom's age and my age, you know, Facebook and LinkedIn. If you're younger, Instagram or maybe Snapchat or some of these other, you know, platforms are working well also. And if you notice, the pictures that I share is like networking event, get behind the camera, solar panel, get behind the camera, successful installations, designing a proposal, visiting a home. So you want to do a mixture of pictures, but especially, and I've gotten lazy on this, get behind the camera. Those pictures and views and selfies will get way more likes and comments than just a sleepy business, reach out for me for solar. So a combination of these is what works best.
And if you don't want to go back to my profile, sorry, Jonathan, if you don't want to get behind the camera, scroll down to a picture of me. Look for a picture of me. Maybe not that one. Um, keep scrolling. No, not that one. So I'll sit there, right there. So what's the interesting thing is I've been putting these prompts in the comments of these photos so that you can take the prompt, go to Nano Banana in Google Gemini, which is free, and you can just put in a headshot and you can create these images. So this is, go to the comments and look at the prompt that I use for this one. If you don't want to get in front of the camera, you can still use these prompts to put yourself in different places. And the interesting thing is that these images of me, they're AI generated and they're actually outperforming most of my other posts on Facebook. There you go.
Or
Yep.
be like Barry and make yourself into Superwoman, Superman, a superhero. All right. I also wanted to just to share some of my profiles real quickly. So my LinkedIn, right off the bat, 10-year national solar leader. And I have a theme. You know, I paid some money for a marketing company to make this theme here, this purple theme, which is available to everybody, power hitters. And so you'll notice that I have a theme that's consistent across platforms. And my posts here, different posts here, you know, networking, business, a mixture.
I'll mention this too. One of the things that I love about your profile is that you have pinned posts up at the top there, right? You guys, you can do this on almost every platform. So it's called featured posts here. But you know, you should have a pinned or featured post on every single one of your profiles that people can quickly hear your message of what you want to do with them, how you can help them, how you can work with them. They see your banner at the top to understand what you do, and they can get that pin post to understand how you can work with them and how you can help them.
Yes, and on the bio or contact section, I always have my link tree, which I'm going to show you all in just a second here. So this is LinkedIn. If we come over to Facebook, this is my personal Facebook page. Again, you notice the theme carries throughout from LinkedIn to Facebook. National Solar Team Leader. And you can see I've got the business social media shareable of the day. I've got some fun networking pictures behind the camera. It's doing really well on engagement and comments. I've got some business, some roofing, some personal, hiking with some friends, business, Labor Day holiday, installation, and then sometimes even typing out some like stories or morals or motivation gets some of the biggest engagement, especially if it's a little bit dicey or controversial. It is what it is. So you can see I have a mixture of content here, and especially awards and recognition. Now I have a business page. You can make a business page in 20 minutes. This is like your business card. I recommend doing most all of your interaction engagement from your personal page, but having a business page is just a nice to have, almost like a backup business card just in case they want to look at it. And I've had this for, you know, probably 10 years now, and it's mostly business focused. You can run ads from a business page. Okay, so if you ever want to run ads in your local city, for example, you can run an ad from a business page, or if you create an event, you're doing an in-person event, you can run ads on events from a business page. So again, don't be lazy, create a business page and put a few content out there. And you can look at that for running ads in the future as well. YouTube, same thing. The theme carries across. I've got my contacts again set up here, and I have a video that starts playing as soon as you come to my YouTube page. Instagram, same thing. The theme carries across, and I have my link tree very prominently at the top. Instagram, I think I've gotten a lot of engagement and success from lately. A lot of my community is on Instagram. I get lots of referrals from Instagram. And then lastly, I want to tell you about Linktree. So Linktree, I have my own website, linktree.com/John Brunasso. This is my digital business card, my #1 contact. If you own a home, get a quote. You want to refer someone, be my ambassador. You want to work with me, watch a video, book a Zoom. And then I've got some fun ones. Watch me get solar on my house in Las Vegas. I paid a little bit of money of the rich famous to make a professional video, which I encourage you all to do. And then you can even see, you can access my Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn right here. So I highly recommend that you all make a Linktree account. It's very professional looking. And I'm not going to log in right now, but if you were to see the hundreds of views I get on my Linktree every month or two, it's very impressive. So make yourself a Linktree for others to use that as well.
Can I disagree with you?
Sure.
Go to my Facebook page. So I just deleted my Linktree from my Facebook page last night. So
What?
I wanted, and I still have a Linktree, but I'm just not going to use it as the link, the only link that people are going to see on my page. So my main focus is recruiting people to work with me. And I don't want them to get distracted by a whole bunch of different links on a link tree. I'll still use it, but in different places than the one link that I get to show on my social media. So click on remotesolarwork.com. Let's see if it works.
I think I clicked it earlier and it wasn't working. Let me hit continue to site.
I'll have to fix that.
I think it might be
I'm glad I found that. I just updated it. I think it was yesterday or the day before. So it just goes to my power join page, right? So that's what I'm going to try using in certain places where I have a very clear path that I want people to take with me.
Understood. Yeah. We got it. That's the thing about this training. You have to try different things all the time, whatever works. And so when you look at my Linktree, I've had 785 people click it in the lifetime. In the last 7 days alone, I have 18 views and 9 clicks. And if someone views my Linktree, 36% of the time they're clicking something. So you got to keep trying what works. And I just have the free account. You know, you could pay for a little bit of money to have Linktree Pro and have way more features with Linktree. Okay, so a few more things here. We discussed the idea of a personal page versus a business page. I really think you need to be acting from your personal page. Some of you think, oh, my friends are going to say I post too much about business. Good. That's a good problem to have. Personal, funny, industry, motivation, business quote, family, local recommendation, solar. So, you know, I jab, 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 right hook. Interesting solar. Interesting family solar. Put your daughter on your Facebook like Jordan Shaw does, and then post about solar. You know, whatever works. That beautiful little baby has sold him lots of solar because of her social media post. So a blended approach I find is best, and do it from your personal page. Get in front of the camera like we discussed, and trust me, spend a few $100 for a videographer, editor with a drone, and make some content. Make a 1 minute video and ask him to create 2 to 3 reels for your social media. If you haven't done this, when you post it, you will get people reaching out to you saying awesome content that you never had reach out before because of a professional content you just spent a few $100 for. So if you haven't done that, it's definitely a must. Uh, let's see. Yeah, also posting awards, recognition, selfies, videos, stories of helping customers. You know, this success story getting a recognition got me tons of views back in the day versus just putting a hard sale. People don't engage with a hard sale on social media, so you have to do a blended approach. And we'll talk about community groups on Facebook. You know, the connect groups or the buzzer groups or the buy sell community groups. We're going to touch on that in just a second. Question is, how often do you hire a videographer with drone videos? You know, that's going to be based on your budget and how much content you want to put out there. I would recommend doing it once a month, once every other month at minimum. You have to reinvest in your marketing and your business. And some of these videographers are only a few $100, you know, 300, 400, $500 to get professional content, microphones, edits, reels, and a recap video. So if you can get a homeowner on the camera, you know, anything professional content is highly worth it. So I want to touch on 2 or 3 topics here. Digital door knocking is something that I have practiced throughout the years. And you're basically prospecting online instead of on the streets, which a lot of us do. So engaging on social media, sending DMs, liking posts, commenting on a post, replying to their stories, and adding them as a friend. Posting in local groups on Facebook, Nextdoor, community forums, sharing content and value. That's huge. A lot of people are leading with value to attract others right now. Building referral networks. So you want to make sure you're adding real estate agents, mortgage lenders, business owners, influencers, and staying consistent. Just like knocking doors, if you're not adding, you know, a few real estate agents per day, a few lenders, roofers, HVAC per day, if you're not adding a few people from your local restaurant or church Facebook group, just add people. You know, a mentor of mine said, get to 5,000 friends on Facebook. Just add people. It doesn't matter if you know them or not. If they're a real estate agent in your area, if they go to the same church or the same restaurant and they're on the Facebook group, they liked it, commented that establishment, just add them, right? So the more people you add, the more posts they see of yours. You do some digital door knocking, your posts come across their feed when you engage with them, then that is what's called digital door knocking. And you can start to open up some of those conversations into a solar appointment or becoming your ambassador. And these are a few of the referral partners you want to look for. HVAC, contractors, people that build ADUs, electricians, roofers, realtors, lenders, especially right now in real estate, pest, termite, plumbers, turf, and pool cleaners. And of course, you can find these in networking groups like BNI or Team and Chamber of Commerce. But when you are digital door knocking or going to these networking events, you definitely want to focus in on these stronger referral partners that you can network with. Get them a quote on their home, invite them to be an ambassador, or even become a setter with the Power platform. And then I want to focus on this one real quickly. Community groups have probably made me hundreds of thousands of dollars. And this is a new post for you guys. Check out this post in, let me move this down a bit, in San Dimas Buzzers. September 7th. Just got my electric bill in San Dimas. When you come over, please use the flashlight on your phone. 387 people and 73 comments. Diamond Bar Buzzers, in Diamond Bar. 124 people. Many of my clients liked this post and 10 comments. So I wanted to share this with you because in community groups, you're not exactly allowed to solicit. You are allowed to share a good restaurant you were at, share a great hike you were at, be thankful for the community, share something funny, educate people that the tax credit is ending, educate people that the Edison rate hikes are going up 10% in the next few months because of those fires. These are things you should be posting in community groups often to add value, stay relevant, have your community and your clients see you so that when someone asks about solar, you're the one that comes top of mind. I also have a social media comment. I actually have it saved as a script so that when I'm in these social media groups, I can easily share a script on these. So I'm going to put it in the chat and it's right here. Hello, John, Bob, Can, whoever. I've been in solar real estate for 10 years, national team leader, the best nationwide company, batteries, roofing, pricing. I just need an electric bill to review on Zoom. Here's my email, or my business Facebook page, or enter your info here on my landing page. I can't tell you how much this has led to my success. If you were to go to Facebook and type in San Dimas Buzz, I just want you to see for a second. There's 28,000 people in the city of San Dimas, a small city. And if anyone says solar, my name usually gets recommended. So I'm just going to hit the magnifying glass and type the word solar. So if I scroll down here, you can see people posting about roofers, security cameras. There's my post, homes for rent. Normally, this is based about solar, shades and drapes, solar cleaning, Edison rates right here. So this is an opportunity to go into some of these chats and add some of these people as friends. Comment on these posts. Send them a direct message. Let them know that you've been in solar and the tax credit's ending and you can provide batteries and solar zero down. So you can do this today. You can go into these community groups and you can interact and add and message and DM and comment and like all of these posts about solar. When the electricity goes out, you have battery posts that you can make on these pages. So, I focus on 2 to 3 community groups. Diamond Bar Buzzers is another one. And because of that template that I posted, there's 15,000 people in Diamond Bar. Because of that template I posted, I literally get people calling me and sending me their electric bills without even doing anything. Because I've been doing these activities for years and years and years. And I ask my clients to post in these community groups as well. So if I search for solar panels, this person needs help with solar. This person posted about solar. More posts about solar. And then, of course, I have a lot of posts on solar. So this has really led to a lot of success. Community groups, search the word solar, give value, post about restaurants, hikes, something funny, business, rate hikes, and ask your clients to post in there. And if you get a referral from that post, Mr. Client, I'm going to send you $1,000. Here's a picture of your install. Can you post this in your local community group? So I just really want to emphasize the community groups right now, especially with the tax credit ending for this piece of it. So I'm going to go ahead and yield a little bit to Tom, because I know Tom has a little bit more tips and tricks here with his current campaign and a few more things. If there's questions, type them in the chat. But those are a few of the items I wanted to share with y'all today.
That's good stuff. I completely agree. I think groups on Facebook especially are really overlooked and underutilized. I want to let me share my screen here and a quick check-in on views today. I don't think it's changed, but this is how many views my Facebook page has got today. So a little over 500,000.
That's
and
crazy,
and
Tom.
about the same yesterday. So the way that it's not showing over 1 million views yet, but this is today, and that's a lot of views, isn't it?
That's nuts.
So
Yeah.
I want to show you it's not anything that we've been talking about that has gotten the kind of views that that matter, that are important. So like this one got 37,000 views. That's all. It's just some dumb meme, perfume that can last for 48 hours but not expensive. So, 67 comments. Somebody says skunk. Um, so look at, the second post has 23,000. Which one are you? And like, some of the code, the posts or the comments are just people asking, why does this matter? Which drives more views? And I just wanted to, to this is kind of a funny thing, and I can't believe this is working. It's kind of like garage sales. You're always surprised at what people buy at garage sales. This is all junk that I am posting. Like this one has 18,000 views. One drink that's missing here. And this was from 11 hours ago, and it's got 18,000 views.
Mountain Dew.
So the strategy that I'm doing here is I have a suspicion that if I can get lots of views, and these are all posted in groups, by the way, that's kind of the tie-in to what Jonathan was talking about. So this one is women empowerment quotes. This has nothing to do with empowerment and women. It's just which one are you? And you got to comment 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's just the dumbest stuff, and it kind of makes me concerned about humanity, about the memes that people are engaging with here. Because I'll spend a half hour writing this amazing post, and that's a half hour with using AI, and it'll get like 5 likes and no comments. And I can post something that's so stupid and it'll get 37,000, views. So let me just show you kind of what I'm doing here to get 500,000 views in a day. And I think that what's going to happen, I'll continue there, is I think it's going to spill over into my other posts, because once you get 1 million views, I think Facebook Meta starts saying, okay, this person is posting interesting content. So that half hour post that I spend about the solar industry, writing about the solar industry, I think they're going to start showing that content to more people of the posts that actually matter. So that's the experiment, the hypothesis that I'm running with here. But let me just give you an overview of this strategy that I'm doing. So I didn't create any of these memes. If you just go into a group that has at least 1 million people in it, like women empowerment quotes, this has 4.4 million people in it. And if you just go through the posts, and if you look for things that other people are engaging with at a high level, like even if you disagree with it, even if you think it's stupid, don't be afraid to repost it, because this one has like, 1,800 reactions. And what happens is Facebook, when you post a meme and you don't change it, you don't add any text, Facebook already knows that people like that meme, and they will show it to more people than a super funny meme that you make yourself that you stare at for 5 minutes because it's so funny. That doesn't matter to Facebook. What matters is the algorithm already knowing that a ton of people like this meme that you are recycling. And if you can do that in segments through the day, where when you wake up in the morning, this is what I've been doing, wake up in the morning, you post 7 different memes in groups that have over 1 million people in them, and you wait about 30 to 60 seconds between each post, and then you give it a half hour to 60 minutes to 90 minutes, and then you do another round of maybe 4 memes, 4 different memes. And you do that in segments, so you're not just blasting it, because then Facebook will limit you. But let me just show you what I mean here. So if we go into this group that I'm in, this has 2.8 million members. And if we just say we're going to post, I already posted this, but it doesn't matter. It's still going to do very well. And then if you have a list of groups that you're already posting to, you can post to 10 groups here. You reached your limit for sharing. So we're in 10 different groups, and these are all having, most of them have, at least 1 to 3 million people in them. Okay, so that's the time saving tool, is you can add it to groups. And we post, and now we're done. And then you can wait 30 to 60 seconds to do your next one. And do that 5 or 6 times, and then wait 30 to 60 minutes. And that's what I've been doing the last couple days. So the first thing you can do is go into some groups with lots of people, find memes that are probably not offensive, but have lots of engagement. Save 100 of those memes onto your phone, because it's easiest to do on your phone. I'm just showing you a desktop browser. And you can do this yourself. You just want to make a list of maybe 6 or 7 to 10 different Facebook groups that you can post memes in that have a couple million people in them. And that's the whole strategy right there. And you can see this was cross-posted to those other posts. And now I'm already starting, no, this is not the same one. But that's what I'm doing. And I'll also share something else, since we didn't talk about AI very much. But I've talked about Perplexity before, and I'll share this link in the chat. You can get Perplexity and Comet browser for free for a year if you just connect it to your PayPal account. And Comet is my new favorite browser. It's Chrome-based. It's an AI agent. And also Perplexity is the thing that I use to search rather than Google now. So if you are wanting to write an article about rate hikes in California, you could search that in Perplexity. Let me just show you, rather than just talk about it. Let's do electric rate hikes in California. If you haven't seen me do this before, I've been showing a lot of people. It's gonna look up a lot of different sources. It's got 20 different sources that it's using right now. CPUC is one of the things that it's looking at. PG&E's site, Los Angeles Times, Forbes, Solar.com, and it's writing a story, an article about rate hikes in California. And this is just perplexity.ai. You can do this with a free account, but you're going to get better results, more comprehensive results if you use a paid account that you can get for free when you connect your PayPal account. Then, if you go into the custom GPT that I made, that is the Power Solar News Reporter, you can paste that in here. It's going to ask me my personality right here. This is from Myers-Briggs. You can tell it to disregard that if you want, but I like it writing in my personality. And so it's taking that information and it's writing this from a perspective that we would want, and you can copy and paste this and put it into Facebook. If you want an image to go with your article, you can go back to Perplexity and you can see if there's any images that you want to use. If not, the other little secret is you can go to source and maybe there's an image on one of these articles that you want to use for your post on social media. So let me share my Power Warrior News Reporter here in case anybody wants to use that. It's free. You do not need a paid ChatGPT account to use that. So hope that's helpful too.
Power Warrior News Reporter GPT. Very cool.
That's how I write a lot of my posts that don't get 30,000 views on Facebook.
Okay, so if I click that GPT and I put add to sidebar.
Yep, it'll be there next time you go into ChatGPT.
Now I have my Power Warrior News Reporter right here.
There you go.
Yeah.
And if it's talking about it, if it uses the word hustle or side gig, because I've got it kind of set up to have a preference towards appointment setters for us, you can just tell it, hey, make it less hustle and more career focused, or remove M dashes, or position me as an expert in solar. I mean, you can tell it whatever you want after it comes back with an article.
Very cool. Yeah, I've been working on my projects more here on the left. In
Yeah.
ChatGPT, you can create a project. So social media posts, reading kilowatt hour bills. I've been training it how to extract usage and just so many more things, like all of my health, investing data, even my taxes.
I love it.
YouTube training that we do every week here to create some of that content. So pretty cool stuff. Well, we're at the top of the hour. I wanted to share one last thing too on the community groups. So I went into the Diamond Bar Buzzers and I put Brunasso Solar that I've posted in order from recent to oldest. And I just want to, give you guys an idea of the value that I think of posting in I've lived in Diamond Bar for 15 years. And so if you look at the posts here, June 29th, I was getting a coffee and I really liked this local coffee shop. Lots of interaction. I had lunch with a local realtor in Diamond Bar that I invited to lunch because he got a $1,000 check and I said, I want to take you to lunch. And he's on these billboards. Lots of interaction. I was giving away stuff moving out of my condo. So I was posting free stuff. A local vitamin store that I bought some vitamins at, 20 years in business. A newsletter from a mailer for Diamond Bar that went out, I always remind people, replace your old filters. I feel like it's my duty as a solar guy to remind all my community groups once a year to replace their dirty, disgusting filters. An awesome food place, blackout warnings with winds, a lovely hike, Edison alerts, visiting an installation, seeing some other referral partners in the community, the weather.
I love this.
It's going to be hot, so watch out from 4 to 9 p.m. to not use your electricity. Bills that I've come across, $600, $700, $800. Another coffee, some more food, another lunch, calling out a sushi place. And by the way, the owner of that sushi place has tons of followers. The whole community follows him. So you better get your butt to his restaurant and then shout him out so the whole frickin' city sees you. Installation, that was a referral from the local electrician. You guys get the point, right? All in the last year. And like, it's free. Just think of it when you're out and about in your community to create a name for yourself. And I'm telling you, I have closed 100 deals from this community group alone and made hundreds of thousands of dollars. So as always, you know, leading from the front, that's what it takes to build a brand. And that's one of 30 ways you can make money here at Power. All right, that's all I got. Let's go ahead and wrap up this recording. Appreciate y'all being on today. Thank you, Tom, and everybody for your contributions. We will see you all next week, and I look forward to Virtual Power World as well. We got 8 more days left on the summer sales contest. Brian Roan's going to close out the month strong. Keep kicking butt, taking names. Let's go close some deals this week, guys. Have a great week.